up, guys? Rob here at Bob Evans Classics. If you want to see all of our new inventory every week, please hit that subscribe button. We get new cars in daily. Hit the like button. Appreciate you checking us out. Let's go. What is up, guys? Rob here at Bob Evans Classics. Got another Mustang up for sale today. This one's a little bit special. It's a 64.5. We're gonna go over the good, the bad, and the ugly so you know exactly what you get before you get it. We'll do a full walkthrough of the vehicle's condition, and then we'll go for a test drive at the end. If you like this video, please leave me a comment. What was your favorite part of the video? And also leave me a like. If you want to see all of our new content, all of our new cars as we get them in, please hit the bell notifications. Let's get started. 1964.5 Ford Mustang Coupe. Now this car is titled a 1965. Ford did not title them a 1964.5 back then. You may be asking, Rob, how is this a 1964.5? If you know the answer to that, please leave me a comment. I will talk about it in a little bit. Now let's see who knows their cars. Overall, I would say this is a good entry-level car for somebody looking to get in the classic cars. It's not a complete project. It runs, it drives, but it does have a lot of imperfections. We'll start off with the paint. The paint, I would say, is probably a 5 or 6 out of 10. You can see your reflection in it, you can see me, but you definitely have some orange peel. It looks like they did do a cheap paint job on this at some point. We did not paint it, but I guess the previous owner did a cheap paint job. A good wet sand and buff would make the paint shine much nicer. This fender is missing here, the trim that said 260 on it. Tires are brand new. We put the tires on. Got a few little imperfections here in the paint. Onto this door, same thing here. Rubber needs to be replaced. A couple flaws here. This gasket looks good. You do have some sand marks here. I don't know if you can see that. Going to this back quarter here. You got some sand marks here. It looks like it's had some body work done to it. Again, it's a nice, cheap 64.5. They're getting harder and harder to find. To restore this car right, you probably want to sand it down to bare metal, see what's underneath. Do the floors. The floors have been done before, but they haven't been done super professional, so you would want to do that and then paint the thing to make it a show car, then do interior work. I wouldn't recommend it on a car like this. I think this is a nice car just to get in, go, cruise around, take around to shows and just have fun, and you know, as a beginner getting into it, or even someone that's never had one of these 64.5s, maybe you've been wanting one. But you can see that it's had some work done there too in the rear quarter. I don't see a crazy amount of mud, but it's definitely has some mud on it, some Bondo at some point. You go up here, this looks good. Rear bumper does show some wear. It's got some pitting. You got some dings here. Going to this side, you do have like a haze on the paint here. It needs to be buffed out, as you can see. You can see the flaws in the paint. It's definitely had some body work done here. I don't see anything negative on the roof. That seal needs to be replaced. It's had some body work done here. So it's definitely had some work done to it before. You could see the imperfections here in the paint. Some scratches here, also on the door. There's a razor here. That's so odd. Couple chips here. It's got the 289 on this side. Let's go ahead and open the door, see how the door opens and closes real quick. This is original F code, the original plates here, but it was painted over, and you can see they got overspray here. They didn't do a great job with the paint and body work. Like I said, I would say it's 5 out of 10. The door does shut good though. I barely slammed it. You can see down in here you got overspray inside the glass. But I don't see any visible rot on it. It looks like they addressed any of the body work it had needed. I don't see any huge rust spots or anything like that. This looks aftermarket. They put this aftermarket hood on it and hood scoop, which we'll look in a minute. Let's try to see the other door, see how that one shuts, and then we'll climb underneath it and see the undercarriage. Door shuts good. So that's one of the major highlights on this car. The door shut very well. The gaps actually look halfway decent on that door. Same thing with the trunk. The lines actually look pretty decent for what it is. I would expect that to be worse on a car like this. Yeah, same thing with that. That gap is nice. So the gaps are pretty decent on this car. I would say probably not so much here. I mean, the gap still looks good, but it looks like it's probably rubbing. Let's see. It's not rubbing. Probably was rubbing at some point and somebody pulled it out. It was probably closer and then they moved it, but undercarriage, pant, this looks all good. Now it looks like, oh, it looks good actually. The rail looks good. I don't see any rot. This side is pretty good. So I take that back earlier. That doesn't need to be replaced. The other side though looks like they used sheet metal. When I bought it, I climbed under there and that's what it looked like to me. Let's see. Yeah, you can see this is sheet metal here. They didn't use a floor pan. Back is fine. Got a little hole here too. Look at that one spot. The rest of it's all solid. Again, you could just leave it the way it is, drive it. I don't see any oil on the bottom of the pans, transmission or engine, which is good. And like I said, the tires are brand new. We put those on. Okay, looks like newer gas tank. All right guys, so 64.5 came with a generator, not an alternator. Fun fact, the 65s were alternators. Let's look under the hood. Also, they were F codes. The VIN number read an F in them, and they came with the 260 V8 instead of a 289. In 65, they were 289. This has got a 289 in it. It's got manual brakes. And manual steering. So there's no thrills on this one. But I don't see anything standing out. The bottom frame rails look good. Oh, this one does not look good. I lied. This one's got a spot here. You can see. Not terrible, but it's not great either. This side's fine. Over here, it looks good. Again, cheap Mustang, not in perfect shape. But it's a 64 and a half, which makes it cool. Let's take a look inside. You know, guys, with us, we're very transparent. I want you guys to know exactly what you're getting. Whether you like the price, don't like the price, you can leave that comment. However, you can't be upset about our thoroughness, because we are super thorough. I'd rather you know exactly what you get, and most of our clients are happy with that. They know what they're getting into, whether they overpay or underpay. That's up for the market to decide. Cars are worth what somebody's willing to pay. So we got this cut here. Got a little flaw there. Headliner definitely needs to be replaced. Back seat looks good. We had a terrible storm yesterday. Got a little water in here. So again, the door seals are probably going to need to be replaced. Dash pad looks good. If you're wondering about the price, price is in the description. She definitely sounds good. I don't notice a ton of smoking or anything. Seems like a normal Mustang. Definitely sounds good. About a 40-degree day here in Pennsylvania, just so you know. Have an idea of operating temperature. Let's see what works on the inside. Horn does not work. Looks like the gas gauge is working. We'll see if the coolant temperature goes up. Wipers work. Turn signal does not work. Okay, so signals don't work. Lighter here. Headlights work. Alright, so no turn signals. Let's try them now since we have the lights on, see if that does anything different. Yeah, I don't hear anything, so So I would say that's one of the main things that needs to be addressed right away if you just want to drive it and enjoy it. Let's go for a drive. Alright guys, we're in the 64 and a half Mustang. We're getting ready to go on a test drive. We'll see how it shifts, how it drives, and we'll go from there. First thing we're going to do, we're going to check out and see how it goes in gear. Throw it in reverse, reverse goes good. Throw it in drive, drive goes good. Not making any clanking or banging too bad, everything is good. Manual steering, manual brakes. I don't mind the manual steering in the Mustangs because they're pretty easy to maneuver, but I don't like manual brakes. I'm not a big fan. I like power brakes. You got to put a little extra oomph in the stop. All right. Sounds like it's got a nice little cam in it. I hear the engine feels like it's got a little cam in it. It sounds really good. It's not super aggressive, but definitely sounds good, guys. Shifts good. It's driving real nice. Once we get back, we'll take it up on the highway and we'll see how it drives in the highway. But suspension's holding good. A little play in the steering wheel, as you can see right here. You got a little play in it, which is kind of typical for a lot of these old Mustangs, unless they've been completely restored. You got a little play. It's not too bad though. Car drives pretty straight. My biggest complaint on this one is the manual brakes. Engine feels good, it shifts good. It's definitely a driver's car. The quality's not the best, the paint, like I said before, but this would make a good driver for somebody that wants to get a car and just have fun with it. If you're interested, guys, go on our website, bobevansclassics.com. We ship all over the US, we ship worldwide. We can get to any port. If you want to fly in, you come into Trenton, New Jersey, or Philadelphia International, we can pick you up. Looks like the gauges are working here. This temperature gauge is not working. I don't see it going up, and that one's not. These two are. Let's see if the RPM gauge is going up. No, the RPM gauge is not working here. And it looks like the gas gauge is working. Taking the bumps real nice. If you're interested, give me a call or go on our website, bobevansclassics.com. Appreciate you guys checking out our page. If you like it, leave me a comment, hit the subscribe button, give me a call today. God bless the USA. Let's go.